Embark Studios is a Swedish game development studio that has been working on a new project. This is called The Finals. While information on this game currently is quite limited, we do have some details about what we can expect from this upcoming title. And in today's video, we're going to go through everything we know so far about The Finals. And I'm telling you now, this is a game to definitely look forward to and definitely keep a close eye on. So yeah, let's get straight into the video and waste no more time. So before we get into all of the details we know so far, I'm going to read the description that the developers have put out for this game on the Steam page, since right now you can actually wishlist the game on Steam and apply for the upcoming playtest, but unfortunately it is quite, unlikely you might get into that, but it's always going to be possible. But either way, I'm going to read out the description that we have for this game. Got what it takes? Viewers at home, here's the news you've been waiting to hear. The Finals is accepting new contestants, and that means you. That's right, soon the world could be watching you tear apart our newest dynamic areas and seize everlasting fame. As you know, The Finals is the world's greatest free-to-play combat game show. Our contestants plug into our virtual world and join teams in escalating tournaments. They fight it out in our beautifully rendered arenas based on real-world locations that they can alter, exploit, and even destroy. Sure, you can aim and shoot, but contestants that add our carefully curated virtual environments to their arsenal are more likely to advance. So do anything you can imagine in the name of victory. Burn arenas to the ground, send wrecking balls crashing into your opponents. Don't just pull triggers, pull down buildings. The Finals thrives on spectacle, so drive your fans wild with thrilling combat and your own personal flair as you compete for worldwide fame and the support of our discerning and stylish sponsors. Play your way. Whether it's sneaking up on enemy squads with a katana in hand or wrecking an entire building out from under their feet with explosives, the Finals lets you make the call. With different skills across body builds and a wide array of weapons and gadgets, you'll have all the tools to make your playstyle your own. The world is your weapon and enemy. A skilled contender might go in guns blazing, but with environmental destruction in your arsenal, that's just the start of what you can wield against your foes. All of our arenas can be altered, used, or reduced to rubble, and not just by you. Your rising star, ready for your close-up, standing out in the Finals means the eyes of the world will be upon you, so you better look your best. Gather fans and fame as you craft a unique avatar with the help of our generous sponsors and dazzling customization options. Get famous. This is the opportunity of a lifetime. Arenas based on iconic places, unparalleled destruction, and endless tactical possibilities await. Make them your own, and the floodgates of fame will open. Your competition will have these same opportunities, so it'll be up to you to be more clever and attention-grabbing. Are you up to the challenge? Are you the world's next all-star? Can you reach the Finals? So there you go. That's the description we have on Steam for The Finals, and now I'm basically going to get into every detail we know so far about this game. So yeah, let's get straight into it. First of all, we're going to talk about the general gameplay of the game. The Finals is described as a next generation online multiplayer game, which does suggest that it will be an immersive and connected experience. Now, at the moment, we don't have any clear information on the gameplay mechanics. Embark Studios has hinted that the game will feature intense action and exciting gameplay that will appeal to a wide range of players. One of the most intriguing aspects is its focus on emergent gameplay. According to Embark Studios, the game will allow players to shape and influence the world in meaningful ways. This suggests that you will have a high degree of player agency, allowing you to make meaningful choices that impact the game and the overall experience of the combat. It does seem like you will be able to tear down buildings and stuff like that, but at the moment we don't know how all of that will work. You might not necessarily be able to, just destroy an entire building, but you might be able to, for example, smash through a wall, maybe destroy a staircase or destroy platforms that players are standing on to be able to kill them easily and stuff like that. Just being able to adapt to the environment around you using the equipment that you have at hand. So now let's look at the setting of the game. At the moment we don't know much about the setting of the Finals. Embark Studios has hinted that it will be a vast and beautiful world, but to be honest, every game company is going to say that about the world that it will be in. And apparently it is also going to be a new and unique universe that has been crafted specifically for the game. So it does look like it's going to have a pretty unique style, to be honest. The game's going to be pretty unique and going to have its own twist on things. It does seem like it may have a more sort of military or futuristic setting. However, this is just pure speculation at this point, and we'll have to wait for more information to be sure on that. The technology is one of the most exciting things about the Finals, and we do know that they are, they're putting a lot of their resources into the general technology design of the game. Interestingly, the game is being developed in a cloud-based engine, which means that it will be able to take advantage of cloud computing to offload some of the processing power required to actually run the game. This will actually allow for the game to feature larger worlds and more players than would be possible with traditional game engines. In addition to that, Embark Studios has been working on proprietary AI systems. This will actually allow for the game to feature strong player interaction, which suggests that the game will have a high degree of social and community features, allowing players to interact and collaborate in new and interesting ways. So let's have a quick look at the release date. Unfortunately, we don't have any information on the release date for the finals, and Embark Studios has been pretty tight-lipped about the project, and we don't know how far along development even is. However, what we do know is that it's, far enough along for a playtest, so, that's something to go by. Now, we do, maybe if it is in a playtest, that means it's quite close. It looks like it will release this year, but at the same time, it could easily just be delayed till next year. We're just going to have to wait and see how all of that does plan out. Since the game is utilizing next generation hardware, the game won't be on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. This means the game is just for PC, PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S, and for PC, we know it is on Steam, which is pretty good. Everyone likes Steam, so that's a good launcher to have the game on. And Xbox Series X and S and PlayStation 5 is pretty standard, obviously. If it's going to be on console, it's going to be on those platforms, but unfortunately, it won't be making its way to PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. And in terms of the general idea of the game, we do know that the finals is a 3-player team-based multiplayer first-person shooter game that doesn't officially promote itself as a battle royale, but sure does have its elements of a battle royale. And it is going to be fairly fast-paced, like we did mention earlier, and it isn't, it's not going to be a traditional shooter. That's something that they definitely don't want. It's going to be a sort of knockout-based game, and not a battle royale, or at least that's what Embark Studios would argue. Some would argue it is a battle royale, but either way, it is going to be a shooter game that is going to be multiplayer-based, not single-player. Of course, there may be some single-player aspects of the game. Of course, there's probably going to be a training aspect or something like that, but either way, the game is heavily multiplayer-based, and is going to have its unique twist on things, or at least that's what Embark Studios hope to do with the finals. And we also know that the finals is going to be a completely free-to-play game. When the game does release, you'll be able to download it from Steam, the PlayStation Store, or the Xbox Store, well, the Microsoft Store, when it does release, maybe this year, or maybe next year. We'll just have to wait and see. There has been a couple release dates for the game. First of all, the game did actually have a playtest in September of 2022. We're about to get another playtest in Q2 of 2023, and then hopefully at some point, maybe by the end of the year, we'll have the game, or maybe we'll just have to wait till maybe Q1 or Q2 of 2024. But either way, we're going to be getting closer to the release date. We're not getting further away, that's for sure. We're going to be getting there one way or another. The finals is an upcoming shooter, and it is going to be free to play, and those are the main aspects we know so far. It's got its own unique twist on things, and it's utilizing that next generation hardware for those intense multiplayer battles, whether you're breaking buildings or, just going in with a melee weapon. The finals is going to be on its way soon, and that is everything we know so far about the game. So that does just about wrap up things here. Like I said, that is everything we know so far. Hopefully soon we'll get some more details, since right now things are pretty scarce and we don't know loads and loads about the game. Hopefully, with more gameplay and with more playtests, we'll be able to find out more and more. So yeah, that does just about wrap up things here. Now, I have done a video a bit like this, but instead I'm going over everything we know so far about XDefiant, and if you're interested in watching that, then a link to that video is on the screen now, and you can go ahead and join me over there.